stack effect is how we deal with natural airflow and how we basically design for cool air is always more heavy. And so it's on the ground and it's cooler. And then it's designing houses, particularly with a passive solar house, where that cool air is kind of dragged into the house and it heats up. And then as the air kind of heats up, it rises and exits via top light windows.
Although we built this two-story house with the idea of, we do use principles of opening a window, so we wired for heat pumps but didn't want to put them in. Um, so we've got windows on both sides of the house, and there can be a natural draft, and that works.
Yeah, what the house does is obviously it naturally heats. And with its northern orientation, and then designing in specifically cross ventilation and stack effect. So we have these large overhangs that shade the building during summer, um, and then then it's designed to either number one, you can open it up and have cross ventilation, which is which is a good kind of Kiwi way of doing things in Northland. Um, and then secondary is looking at stack effect. So stack effect is hot air rising, and how we design that into throughout the house, so that we can you can essentially close the doors and lower windows, and then open up your top light windows. And we get a good kind of trickle form of ventilation. This house is actually designed, so that during winter and the summerless north, that these windows remain open by about 50 millimeters, and you just get a natural kind of airflow through the house, during the day. Um, in extreme kind of cold conditions, which happen about 3 or 4 times a year. You might close the windows if you want, but nonetheless, I mean, it's the house is actually designed to more or less kind of stay open throughout the entire year.
Yeah, I was really worried about the overheating, and like what we said, we wired for heat pumps in all the upstairs bedrooms because the pitch of the roof didn't allow us to do much up there. And but we just kind of we wired it and we sat with it for a little bit, and it hasn't been a massive problem. And I do credit the ventilation and also the type of window. I'm not sure what it's called. The they slide across the windows rather than what do normal windows do? I go up. So yeah, these windows are sort of from not floor to ceiling, but base of the window up, and you draw them across so airflow can really come through. So I guess what I'm saying is that the design of it really impacts. So if you can partner with a good architect who thinks about these things, and it doesn't have to be like that, didn't cost us much to do. It was just the design of the window and where the air was pulling from. So we've got low windows down on the bottom floor that open out to the ground, and then we've got the skylights that funnel it up like a chimney. Clayton will know way more about that side of things, but it comes down to design as well, I guess. If you get the right people involved early on, then you're winning. Yeah.